welcome back everyone to Literal Milestone Book House YouTube channel. So I am your host for today. I am Manny Reach, aka Manny. So today with me we have hi, the most energetic one, Nikhil Sampath sir.
Thank you.
Hello sir, it's wonderful to talk to you.
Thank you. Same here, Mani. It's nice meeting you.
And so before we dive in, I just want to tell you that I have read your first book, Shadowbound, and love it.
Thank you so much.
So now let's start from the beginning. Let's know who was Nikhil before author Nikhil.
Okay. This is a good question, actually. Now I have to go back a lot of years to answer you, to be honest. Nikhil, let me put it this way. Nikhil was just another guy who was writing stories in his head, who, wanted to do something about bringing it out, but did not take the leap. But he finally took the leap. That is Nikhil right now.
So was like the first story which you wrote, was it Shadowbound or was there any story behind, like before Shadowbound?
So the first story that I wrote was when Sakura Blooms, which is set in Japan, which is my upcoming one, that is going to come up in a few months. And it is a good romance story. It's contemporary, mature romance. But I wanted the right audience to, pick it up. Like it should go to the right set of audience. Like it should not be built as a rom-com, or it should not be, just kept aside, basically. So I decided to do Shadowbound first, and then let people know that this is my voice, and then with that voice I'm trying to tell them that I can do a love story in a different way as that was the plan, and intent behind it.
Yeah. That is like clearly seen in Shadowbound.
Thank you again. Thank you so much.
So you published Shadowbound like on your own.
Yes.
So how was that process and experience?
Oh, it was tiresome. To be very honest, it was very tiresome. But I was finding someone to trust. Like I couldn't get anyone to. I mean, there should be some trust between two people to work with. So that I did not find, at least for Shadowbound, because I wasn't very Insta savvy at that point. And then once I came to Insta, that's when I found out Literary Milestone, book house, and then the work they do, and then the trust slowly built between them and me. And then, of course, now that the trust is there, I'm for my second one, which is when Sakura Blooms, they are taking care of everything. Like I completely trust them at this point. So Shadowbound was too hard, and I was looking out actively to partner with someone. That's when I found someone whom I can trust, basically. Yeah.
Oh, that was wonderful. So, as an author, what was the biggest challenge creatively to write or to draft the copies or the proofreading?
Creatively, editing was the hardest part, because once you start editing, like second or third edit down the line, you kind of start hating your own story, because you would have read it again and again, and you're like, no, this will not work for the audience, or this will not work for the intended set of readers. And then you start to question the decisions that the characters take inside the story, and you have to take all that out, because the reader will be actually reading it for first time. They are not going to read it eighth time or ninth time with you. So yeah, that bias. It took some time for me to understand that it is that bias that is acting here. So that was the hardest part, creatively, I would say, at least.
So it is basically like students writing their question paper answers in their exams. they'll go back and they're like, what is this?
No, that is the problem. Students, if they fail in one exam, they can at least retry again. Even if it is a final exam, you can write the same year again, same grade, you can do it again. But when your book is out there, it's out there. All the criticisms will be there until the end of the life cycle of the book. So yeah, so that is nerve-wracking, I would say.
So we all like come up with self-doubts, like whenever we are writing or whenever doing any work in general, a lot of self-doubt appears to us. So what was the self-doubt which you faced and what did you do to overcome it?
Self-doubt, like I said, every time I finished and then started editing, I am always like, this is not good. This will not land for the reader. This will, I mean, the premise is good, but the way that things are going, I always have this feeling that it isn't good. It isn't doing something. And then other self-doubt that anyone who is self-publishing will have basically is that, you know, uh, am I doing it right? Like, is this the way that I have to do, or should I still wait and then probably wait for some agent to pick it up or something like that? But yeah, to overcome that is another different level altogether, I would say, because you need to understand that you have to be patient. It's not about a one book thing or a two books thing. You have to keep on doing this again and again, and at some point hope for one or two to actually land better with readers, like go big kind of. But yeah, overcoming was the hardest part. But it is something that we have to do as authors, like any author would do that. Like, you have to put the work out there, irrespective of you like it or not. Otherwise, you are not an author to anyone else. You are just an author to yourself.
Yeah, I totally agree on that part, sir. So, coming to your latest books, When Sakura Blooms.
Yes.
So, what was the first idea which you got? The characters or like the whole setting of it?
Okay, so that is an interesting thing. What happened was, I went to Japan 2 years back and then came back, and then the entire country was so good that I wanted to do a story, or rather, not a story, but to do a travelogue kind of a thing, a blog post kind of a thing. So I started writing about the places initially, and then it had to become a travelogue, and then I was like, who is gonna read a travelogue? No one reads a travelogue these days. And then it hit me that, why not set a story in Japan? Like, why not try to do something around it? So I decided to include 3 or 4 key cities that I had been to. So those cities should be there, was the initial intent. And then I tried to build a story around basically the story has to be organic. It has to move across these 4 cities and basically show out the beauty of those cities, all those things, the activities that can be done in those cities, all those things, but yet feel like a romance story and then act like a romance story and do what a romance story should do. So otherwise, it's not good for the readers. Like, they expect something and then and then it turns out to be a non-fiction kind of a thing where you just speak out about Japan. Readers will get frustrated. So basically, I would say the setting was first, and then the characters were put into the setting, but then somehow I have tried to make it organic to the setting.
Okay, so that was a wonderful answer. So, when you write any romance, like, or any book in general, so we'll always have an inspiration behind writing any kind of book, maybe. So, what was your inspiration?
I have an inspiration, but I'm not able to write like him, to be very honest. There is an author called P.J. Woodhouse. If you know, he's the master of comedy, actually. Like, he writes comedy like, he's like on a different level. He operates at a different level, actually. His comedies are unique. When I tried to do that, I couldn't actually. I couldn't do it in my own flavor also. I had tried something and then I only scrapped it off. Like, I couldn't, it was not good enough for me as well. So he's my inspiration first and foremost. But then more than that, and then I have a lot of author. I mean, basically I'm a reader and then an author. So I would say all my stories are not unique. It is basically a blend of whatever I have read until now subconsciously. And then I'm trying to just bring my own unique flavor to those stories that already exist in the universe. That's how I'm trying.
I totally agree with you. I definitely feel that readers make an amazing author, like a writer, because they know what to expect.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, if you read a book, you know that these are the things you're expecting. So when you write it, so you know what the readers expect.
Exactly. The funniest thing is, what I read is not what I write, to be very honest. Like, whatever I'm writing, those are not the things that I generally read. For me, reading generally leads to, I mean, at least nowadays. Earlier, I used to do a lot of other genres, but now when I read, it's always murder mysteries or comedies. It's only these 2 genres I touch. All the other genres are fluff to me at this point. And then I realized I have to branch out. And now, of course, new voices or someone whom new as in they are not new. I am new to them. Like I'm picking up new books that I can try out. Basically, that's something I'm trying to do at least now.
No, so that's wonderful. Like seriously. So how would you describe yourself? Are you an introvert, extrovert, or an ambivert?
Introvert forced to be an extrovert because of writing a book, I would say.
I think you're speaking the mind of every introvert right now.
Every introvert who is into bookstagram or yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Right.
totally.
Honestly.
So let's like for your upcoming book, let's have a rapid fire round.
Sure, definitely.
So I have like list of few questions.
Sure.
Not even questions, they're just options. You have to pick one very fast.
Okay.
Love or destiny?
Love.
India or Japan?
This is a tough one. India still because I love my country.
Okay. So writing in a cafe or writing at home in your bed?
Writing at home in my bed, that's what I do all the time. So cafes distract.
So yeah, like that's true. Cafe is very distracting. Even for like as a reader, you cannot just go outside and read.
You can't definitely. I mean, my bed is the coziest place to read, write, and do everything.
Okay, so the next one is your favorite genre to pick: thrillers or comedy?
Comedy.
So that's it.
I mean, it's a 50-50 ideally, but I'm giving comedy an edge because of I just told you, right? PG Woodhouse.
Yeah, because of your favorite
Because of
author.
him, I'm just giving slight edge to comedy, right?
Oh, that's wonderful. So lastly, what would you like to say to the readers who are about to pick When Sakura Blooms?
I would say, you would have fun. You would enjoy the book. It's not a rom-com. It's a drama. It's a proper romance drama. And those who have experienced love will love this because they know the longing of love. Those who haven't experienced the love, maybe they can pick up one or two from here and then try to experience that particular, thing out there. But
It can be a guidebook.
yeah, this can probably teach you what the right kind of love would be because I'm not glorifying, something that shouldn't be like, for example, stalking or manipulating all those things. So I'm not glorifying them. I'm not saying I don't have them, but I'm not glorifying them at least in the book. So yeah, I think I'm trying to do the right kind of things here. So yeah, maybe people will know what the right kind of love is after.
Okay, thank you so much, sir, for joining us. It was wonderful talking to you.
Thank you. Same here, Manny. I am looking forward to, looking more of your reviews as well in Bookstagram. So
Thank you so much, sir.
thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.